Oh yeah. Oh yeah. What is up? What is up? What is up? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome, welcome to the KillJoy Jake show. I'm your host as always, Carl. What's up? What's up? Where are you at, Jekyll? Missed you, buddy. John, I've been so busy, man. It's been insane. We've been, I was gonna take 2 weeks off, and here I am a week later saying screw it, making videos again. Your boy's been making a movie, so I had to take a little time for myself, but here I am saying screw it, let's live stream. Let's have some fun tonight. Why not? Why not do a little bit of that? You know? I'm feeling it, man. So I hope you guys all are also feeling it tonight. We're gonna have just a great time. It's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. You know, Jake just realized he didn't finish setting up his whole stream, so I'm just gonna take care of that real quick. But in the meantime, leave me something in the chat to respond to so that we can all talk about, like, what the heck is going on today? With all this Scream news, I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't do any of this. That's fun. But yeah, so there's a lot of Scream news we're gonna be getting into today. I'm really excited to talk about all that with you guys. I don't know if you guys saw my videos today too. Talked a little bit about some of this stuff. I haven't really been able to get to everything, unfortunately. I want to make another Halloween Ends video, speaking of that too. I've not been able to talk about that in a minute. Your boy's been so flustered with everything, man. It's nuts. I'm also going nuts over on Movie Smoothie right now too, my second channel, if you guys have not seen that either. I would highly recommend checking that page out. But thank you all for joining me tonight. I appreciate it. Let's say hi to some more people, and let's turn this music the fuck down. Maybe it's not as loud for you guys, but it is just blowing my ears out right now. That's kind of gross. It's kind of a gross thing to say. What do we got? What's up? Carter, Skyland Allen saying great soup. It's the best soup. Thank you so much, Carter. I appreciate it. Michael Parton, one of my channel members, is here. What is up, Michael? Michael, what is up? What's up? What up? I like your name. A very killer name, they say. KillJoy. What's up, Warner? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the stream. Easton Plays is here. Not late. Not late this time. That's all good. I'm pretty much always late, so I'm just vibing, man. It's great. Thanks for showing up. How am I? I'm fantastic. How are you, good sir or good ma'am or whoever you may be? Welcome. Joss is here. What's up? What's up? Joss is hanging out with us. Heck yeah. Welcome. Here for once. That's all good. We just appreciate you being here. Leighton is here as well. Minecraft and Roblox gamer here. What's up? What's up? Welcome. 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 New Horror Squad is here. What's up? What's up? Welcome. Jacob Browning here. Howdy. No, great. Thank you for being a channel member, Mr. Jacob. I appreciate that. Kyle Brandon, get it up. Get it up, baby. Yeah. What's Stu? Do I have any Stu clips in here? Here we go.
Never alone.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. Get it up. Let's go. Bluck is here. I think it's finally my year, Henderson. That's pretty funny. I like that. Howdy, my man. What's up? A&K Superstorm Productions. How's it going, my dude? Welcome, welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm fantastic, by the way. What's up? I'm live streaming in my childhood bedroom, just absolutely thugging it out. I am so bored of saying I'm mostly a silent viewer, but wanted to say, hey, well, welcome. You don't have to be so silent. It's all good. We're all just vibing, having a good time. We're gonna talk about a crazy amount of weird horror stuff today that I can't wait to get into with y'all. So, Ringmaster is here. Hi, hello, welcome. Are you excited for Monster Mania in 2 weeks? Absolutely. I'm gonna do everything in my power to make it out there. I'm very excited to do that. Will Kirby meet her demise in this film? Oh. You're getting into some of the stuff that I want to talk about a little later. So let's start looping this KJJ music so that we can stop being so having such an epic intro, you know. But yeah, your childhood bedroom. I don't think my childhood home even still exists. Aw, that's sad. I'm sorry. Do you believe Angelina from Scream 3 is alive? Possibly. Are they going to do something with it? I don't know, man. I feel like that would be kind of a weird stretch. As much as I would love for that to happen, like some kind of continuation like that, you'd have to see a lot. You'd have to see a lot from Scream 3 to be like, oh, like, yeah, this is what that is, of course. And I know all the behind the scenes stuff from Scream 3. You know, there's a lot you gotta deal with in that case. That would be kind of tough. That'd be kind of tough to do something else with that. But is she still alive? Probably. Did she get away with being a Ghostface killer? I think so. Jasa is saying, I still haven't seen Nope because I can't make it to a theater. Well, I'm so sorry about that. I would highly recommend seeing Nope, though, if you can, at any point. It was a banger. It was a lot of fun to see it in the theaters, too. I've yet to see it in IMAX. I've seen a lot of people say, oh, you gotta see it in IMAX, dude. Like, oh, man. So if I have some time for that, your boy might just do it. It's a must-see theater experience, I would say. So 100% would recommend. 10 out of 10 would recommend. John Smith is saying The Black Phone is awesome. Definitely a banger as well. If you guys haven't seen that one, I recommend it. Extron was saying, I was asking you in the Lethal Collective stream earlier that what did you think of Pretty Little Liars? I'm enjoying it so far. I'm not going to lie. I had some people hit me up about it. They're like, oh, are you going to watch this? And I'm like, I've never watched an episode of Pretty Little Liars. I'm not exactly the target demographic for that. So I never really got into it, but I found out this is going to be a slasher series. I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. It's pretty good. Honestly, it's pretty good. I had some pretty low expectations for it, I'll be honest. I went into it with like lower expectations, and I was like pleasantly surprised. It's a pretty well written show. I had a fun time with it so far. I'm excited to see where it goes. What else do we got? We got Rick saying, I'm glad you're back so soon. Can't wait to see your movie. Thank you so much, Rick. We ended up getting a lot of the stuff done so quickly. Like a lot of the stuff we had to do that I've been so stressed out about, we just like nailed it. It's weird. Like the longer we film and like do stuff and make movies and all that, it just gets easier. And we're like, hey, okay. I totally know what we're doing here. This is awesome. So sick. Scream 2 is the best Scream for chase scenes, so hopefully Scream 6 takes notes. I agree, Aiden. I do agree with you there for chase scenes specifically. It's probably my least favorite Scream film, but the chase scenes are phenomenal in Scream 2. So hopefully Scream 6 does that, man. We need it. We need it at this point. If they don't do it, it'd be just kind of weird. It's such a important part of what makes up Scream, the tension building and all that. If you don't have that, it's not really a scary film. So it's like I just hope it works out. I hope it works out for them this time around. They make something that's a little different. So, Batflick is trending, and I love it. Heck yeah, Michael. I did a little video on that over on my second page. I don't think too many of my horror people would be interested in it over here, but I did do a video on it over on Movie Smoothie. I highly recommend checking that out, guys, if you have not seen it. It's a banging channel. I do want to get Movie Smoothie to 1,000 subscribers. So if you guys want to subscribe, I'd appreciate that. It's in my little channels tab on this page. So check it out. I'm going to talk about everything else I'm excited about movie wise. So, oh, that's a hard disagree, John Smith. Easily one of the most prolific and important horror directors of our generation, I think. Cece's death is one of my favorites in the franchise. I agree. I think definitely one of my favorites. I just, too many problems with Scream 2. It does have some great kills. It's got some great chase scenes and setups and stuff. So it's got a lot of good things going for it, though. Do you think the new Scream will be over 2 hours? I hope so. That's kind of what I'm looking for with Scream 2, as it's going to be called, Scream 6. I really hope it's over 2 hours. I hope that it takes its time. I want it to kind of stroll where Scream 5 took off at a running pace. I hope it strolls a little more and takes its time with its characters. Really just takes a slow burn approach, maybe a little bit. I'm okay with that. I think that's okay. That there might be flashbacks to Scream 4 and Scream 6. They kind of have to do that, right? With Kirby being involved, being such an important character to the overall plot. I want to see what happened that night in Scream 4. If they decide to go that route and they show us like a flashback and it's like, oh, this is what happened after Kirby got killed, that would be really cool, honestly. Very reminiscent of like in Halloween Kills when they did the scene with like Dr. Loomis again and Sheriff Hawkins when he was way younger. I would be so down for that personally. I think that would be sick. Just give us an insight on like what's going on, what happened that night, and then like build on top of that. How does that influence Kirby's story today? So I think that would be sick. Rick just became a new member. Rick, thank you so much, Rick. I appreciate it. Thank you. You are the bomb.com, Rick. I appreciate it, man. And oh my God, we got Ilum with a super sticker too. Thank you so much. Thank you. Y'all are so supportive and the best. I appreciate all of you. Thank you. Oh my God, guys, and here we heard it here first, folks. Michael Myers himself, Michael Audrey Myers, is gonna make a small cameo in Scream 6. Yes, let's go. Good stuff. I love it. So much exciting stuff happening in the world right now. So good. And holy crap, look at this. The party just keeps continuing. We got Carter Scotland Allen also becoming a YouTube member. Thank you for the support. Thank you, guys. Oh, I appreciate it so much. Welcome to the cult, Rick and Carter. Did I say cult? I meant the family. The family of KillJoy cult members. That's definitely, you know what, just drink the Kool-Aid. Don't worry about anything else that I'm saying. Anything else that I'm mumbling on, just, drink the Kool-Aid. It's a fun time. So thank you guys for your support, though. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you both. Michael Parton with a $2 super chat. Thank you. You should also join the Wham fam. Ooh, I honestly did not. I don't think I knew if they had a thing, channel membership or not. I'll have to check that out. I'll have to look into that 100%. We watched a movie, man. That's what you're Wham. Wait a minute. Because Wham is with 2 W's, not 2 M's. I think you're talking about we watched a movie. If you're not 100% sure. I would love to, though. We watch the movies, a lot of fun. Love watching their content. They got some good stuff. Michael, thank you so much for the super chat. Thank you to Carter, Ryan, I'm sorry, not Ryan, Rick. Thank you to Rick, Ilham, Carter, and Michael. Thank you all for your support. You guys are the best. Thank you. What else do we got here? What else do we got? I love the Kool-Aid. Yes. Welcome, Carter, says Jennifer. Thank you. Thank you all. Thank you all. Good stuff. What else do we got? What else do we want to talk about? Because this is a dedicated Scream live stream. I see a lot of people coming into other live streams and saying like, oh, I want to talk about this crazy Scream 6 stuff. So today we're talking about it. And we also got ourselves a nasty ghost face here. They asked me to be in Halloween Ends to finish Lori off. I don't think I should have said that. And what's the protocol whenever we get ourselves a ghost face? Mr. Jack Quaid has got to come in. Jack? Holy shit, it's Ghostface! Thank you. I appreciate that. That would be nuts if Ghostface made a cameo in Halloween Ends, though. That would be insane. I love it. Carter Scotland Allen with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much, Carter. Talking about stuff that this is something I'm excited to talk about as well. Jake did the trailer for Pearl show too much or just enough? Did a shot-for-shot breakdown and still think it's just enough? I agree. I think it was just enough. As long as they didn't show us all the crazy kills that happened in this movie, then I'm down. There's a shot with there's it looks like a soldier or someone walking like towards the house that Pearl is at, and suddenly this person just gets eviscerated into like a big cloud of blood, and it's awesome. So I'm very curious as to what else comes from this movie, if it gets even crazier than that, or if that was the craziest kill. I hope they didn't give that to us in the trailer, but I guess we'll just have to see. I can't wait. I think it was just enough, but once again, I feel like my opinion of this will change after I see the movie. We'll just have to see in the future. A24 is typically fantastic with their marketing. Carter, thank you for all the support tonight, man. You are the MVP. I appreciate it. I appreciate it a whole lot. Kyle Brandon is saying was at Cedar Point last week. You ride coasters, Jake. Steel Vengeance is the best. I just went to Cedar Point myself as an Ohioan, and it was a lot of fun. Some good stuff. But staying on track here with Pearl, I'm super pumped for that. I'm super pumped for that movie. I don't think it's going to be better than X, but it's going to be good. So if you guys want to see some more Jenna Ortega action, don't think she's going to be in this movie. She would have been negative like 20, 40 years old or something. But hey, man, I'm still excited for it. It's still going to be good. Anything from Ty West, I can't wait. Oh my God, I just can't wait for Scream 6. I just can't. Man, we're going to be there soon. And hey, listen, we got some time. We got some things to quench our thirst in the meantime, Scream-wise. We're getting another murder mystery film in just like, a week here? Pretty much. August 5th, baby. Bodies comes out. It's going to be some good stuff. Really excited for it. Really pumped for that one. It's going to be sick. Ilham is set with a $5 super chat. Thank you so much. What do you think they should do with the New York setting in Scream 6? A great question. Because I genuinely think that the biggest aspect of it, why we're going to New York City, is just, number one, I feel like Gale Weathers' morning show is going to play a big factor into this into this new movie. That's why we're here in the first place, as well as the college setting. That's how you get all these groups of people together again for another movie. So that answers that question about why New York City. But I also feel like you can use this for multiple reasons. Like it's not just going to be cool to see Ghostface running through an alleyway or a subway station. I also feel like it's going to be sick to like do a bunch of environmental kills. Like it doesn't always have to be a stab kill, especially not in these movies. You can do stuff that's totally different. The majority of the kills in the Scream franchise have just been kind of stabbies, pokes to the face. I'd be down to see something like someone getting pushed out of a high-rise building, like 60 stories up, getting impaled on a telephone pole. I mean, how crazy could that be? I don't know. Listen, I'm just pitching things. I think that would be nuts. A subway kill is very necessary. Just did a video on talking a little bit about some of those set photos that just came out, which is really exciting. I really hope we get a subway chase. That would be insane. Oh, that would be nuts. Hopefully it's not just like a background thing. That's kind of what I'm hoping. It's not just a background. Oh, hey, look at this. There are subways here. Don't worry. But we're never going to go there, and we're never going to do a chase scene there. I'd be like, dude, come on, man. Come on now. Give us a good old nasty chase scene through a bus station, a train station underground. That would be sick. Ilum, thank you so much for the support though tonight. I really appreciate it. I appreciate it so much. And yes, I think the New York setting is going to be utilized a lot in this film. It better. It has to. It really has to. Jen Warner is here as well. Thank you so much, Jen. If you have a question you really want answered, please send a super chat. Spitting some facts here, Jen. There's a lot of people in the chat. I would love to respond to literally everybody, but unfortunately, I just have to prioritize like the super chats because some of you are just so gracious, and I really appreciate all your support. Thank you. What else do we got here? Have a chase on the steps of the Statue of Liberty straight to the crown. Ooh, I like that idea. That's been something in the back of my head, like bouncing back and forth. I'm like, what can they do to implement stuff like Statue of Liberty, Times Square, since like we're not actually in New York City? Can they even do that in the first place? Are we even going to get shots of that? I think it's a good question. I'm not 100% sure, but I feel like it would be cool to do something like that. I mean, you could recreate it on a set. Wouldn't be anything too crazy, I don't think. Just to have that like in the background or like digital effect, whatever. I would love a chase scene like that though. Like on the island. I don't know what I've never been to New York City, which is unfortunate. I would love to go one day, actually see all this stuff. I have no idea what the name of the island the Statue of Liberty is on, but like imagine they go to that island. You're trapped there. Ghostface is running around killing people. That probably would not be any bit logical, but you know what? You just gotta have fun sometimes. You just gotta have a little bit of fun. What's up, Kane? How's it going? Welcome. But yeah, I get those likes up. 54 people in the chat, only 36 likes. Go give it a like. Go give it a nasty like. I'd appreciate that. I keep calling things nasty. I can't help it. Dylan Minette's character's death was painful to watch. Oh, yes, it was. Easily one of my favorite kills in the entire Scream franchise. I loved this kill. The slow knife through the neck. Oh, and it looks good. It's got a little bit of digital cleanup there. You can notice that, but I still liked it. It was still like, oh, this is sick. I loved it, man. That was a really nasty kill. So. John is saying, I want Scream 6 to mirror Jason Takes Manhattan, only competent. Well, the other similarity that Scream 6 has to Jason Takes Manhattan is it's not filmed in Manhattan. so maybe they play off of that a little bit. I think, man, a little bit of humor that way, a little bit of meta commentary on Jason Takes Manhattan. Why not? Who's not going to compare this to that film at this point? I would love for them to do a little commentary on Jason Takes Manhattan. That would be sick. What else do we got? What's up, Ringmaster? What's up? Hi, Jake. Who do you think will survive in our top 5, including Kirby? I don't know. I don't think Kirby's gonna survive. I'm gonna be honest. I just got a feeling she's a goner. Don't think it's gonna happen. Personally, I think most of the core 4 is gonna live. I say one of them's gonna die, and I'm leaning towards a Meeks twin for sure. I'm seeing people saying like, oh, all these people are going to survive. No, they're not. I think less people will survive this film than the last film. For sure. For sure. It's not going to be 6 people are not going to be left alive after the credits roll. Don't think so. Michael with another $5 super chat. Michael, you're killing it tonight. Thank you. Thank you to everybody. Thank you. Y'all are the best. I'm hoping the movie is going to be what Jason Takes Manhattan should have been. Also, we watched the movie. Yes. Okay. I thank you for the clarification. I appreciate that. Yes, I should join the Wham fam. I should. They got some great content over there. Really, really good stuff. But talking about Jason Takes Manhattan parallels, yeah, I agree. I think that they have an opportunity here to do something like that, where it's like you can have chase scenes through buildings. Maybe Ghostface runs into a pizza shop or something at some point. Why not? Why not? Let's have fun with this. This is the 6th film in a slasher franchise. At this point, you should have a little bit of fun. I think that's a great idea. I think everything that Jason Takes, like original blueprints for what Jason Takes Manhattan was supposed to be, implement some of that stuff here. Why not, man? I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that would be sick to do something along those lines, just because, man, we got to play with the New York setting a little bit. We keep having these, like, there's 3 of these movies in Woodsboro now, and I just feel like that's the most lackluster part of that last movie, is it's like there's not a whole lot they could have done environment-wise. And I know I'm the biggest culprit of this. I bitch and complain a lot about how there's not a whole lot of creative kills in Scream 5 or some of the other sequels. But most of the time, it's just because they didn't have an opportunity to have a crazy creative kill. You know what I mean? It's like when you're in a place like Woodsboro, where we basically know every single street corner of that entire town because of these movies, which were almost all filmed in different locations, which is funny. There's not a whole lot of experimentation to be had there. You can't just be like, oh yeah, hey, there's a donut shop now in Woodsboro and the giant donut is going to fucking fall on someone's head. I don't know, man. I'm spitballing here. You can't do something like that in Woodsboro, because then you're going to have people saying, well, where was this back in 96, bud? Huh? What's up with that? So I think if we're going to be in a different setting like this, something just absolutely, completely crazy or different, like New York City, which is much different vibe than small town in Northern California, you have that opportunity to have environmental kills, to have chase scenes through entirely new settings. We have to take that chance. Angie is here. What's up, Angie? What's up? Saying, since this is New York, maybe there can be a scene involving taxis in Scream 6. I agree. I think that could be cool. You could have potentially like a taxi, like someone getting into a taxi or something, and then it's like the driver is the Ghostface killer or something. I don't know, man. Make it fun. Make it fun. Make it crazy. There should definitely be some taxis, though. We have not seen any set pictures with taxis, though, which I find interesting, considering that it's going to be in New York. You'd think we'd have something as of now, but no. Pretty Little Liars was pretty meta and self-aware, and that one girl reminded me of Mindy. Yeah, Tabby was did a really good job playing the Randy character in Pretty Little Liars. I think Scream fans will really appreciate that show, as well as Halloween fans. There's a bunch of homages and references to both franchises. There's also an Alien reference, which I was like, okay, cool, hell yeah. Was not expecting that, but yeah, some good stuff. I'm hoping for more celebrity cameos in Scream. Like in Scream 3. Oh, okay. Hey, that's something I didn't even think about. That could absolutely work. There's a few things in Scream 3 cameo-wise I don't love. Like, technically, all the Scream movies are a part of the Askewniverse now, which is like, it's one of those things where it's like, oh, that's cool. I love Kevin Smith. Hey, that's sick. But also at the same time, it's just kind of weird. It's just like a weird thing to randomly implement into the movie. But like Carrie Fisher's amazing in Scream 3. There's a lot of great little cameos and references in that film. So no complaints there. No complaints from Mr. Jake. I love it. Good evening, everyone. Welcome, Corey. Welcome to the chat. Welcome. How many kills in Scream 6? I say 20 to 25. Oh, God, I hope you're right. I hope you're right, Kane. I'm hoping for a lot of kills. Oddly enough, I'm not hoping for like, oh, we need a bunch of kills in succession. Like, we need every single kill to be like that. I'm not hoping for that. I'm hoping more for a back to basics approach with how to set up the kills, like how Wes Craven would have done it. That's like the one thing for Scream 6 I hope they take that route on, where it's like chase scene, kill. Slow chase, crazy executed kill. But then at the end, why not have a bunch of a crazy massacre? Ghostface run into a big party or something, killing like 10, 15 people. Why not? That could be cool, man. I think this is the movie to do something that disastrous. I think your middle movie is typically when you can experiment that much, because you can always wrap it up a little differently. If you don't love how it ends in 6, in 7, they could wrap it up. And, just to make something clear, 7 is not confirmed. 7's not 100% confirmed. That's something, we keep talking, oh yeah, 7's going to happen. 7's totally happening. It's not 100%, but like, it's probably going to happen, especially if Scream 6 is even more successful than Scream 5, which I think there's a possibility, but my guess would be Scream 6 makes like almost the same amount of money as Scream 5, almost the same. That's kind of my guess as of right now. There's been a lot of like stuff going on with this flick, like behind the scenes, not all positive things. If you've been following this channel for a bit, a little bit about my feelings on the Nev Campbell stuff. So I think that, honestly, because of that, you would hear that, right? You would hear that and be like, oh, people, no way, people are going to totally miss out on this. A bunch of people aren't even going to go see it. I disagree. I think any press is good press, personally. I think for that reason, it actually gives it a bit of a boost. I think more people are going to go see it now because of that. Some people just go to things to see a shit show, man. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy, but that's the truth. So I really do hope it's, I hope this one is all out, just super crazy. Do we think it's going to be Carnage Candy, though? Do we think this is going to be another movie where it's just like Halloween Kills, where it's basically Michael's movie? Michael grabs the Halloween franchise by the throat with Halloween Kills and just did whatever the fuck he wanted in that movie. And I appreciated it. It was fun, but the story is a little lackluster. I will say that. Halloween Kills, best movie ever. It was a banger, man. I think I don't know. I think it gets a lot of shit. I'll say that. I think the movie is kind of like, come on. The fact that so many people hate on that film, it's just like, I thought it was fun. I thought Halloween Kills was a blast. Here we go. Locked with a $5 super chat. Locked, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I love the art in your profile picture, by the way. I don't know who did that, but that looks really professional. Looks good. Locked is saying, if there was a kill from Halloween Kills that you'd like to see Ghostface do something similar to in any way, which would you like? Can I answer that? Here's what I'll say. I took inspiration from a kill in one of the new Halloween films that I kind of implemented into my movie that we're making. That's soon going into post-production sometime soon. We're almost done with Red Right Hand. I'm super excited for it. I can't wait for you guys to see it. But if I won't pick that kill, but that also might give it away. Okay, let's talk. What can I talk about? Okay, let's talk about this. I love in Halloween Kills Cameron's death. I just love it. It's so like it's comeuppance. Comeuppance is always going to get a massive kick out of me no matter what. I think, and Cameron kind of deserved it a little bit. He had a bit of a redemption arc, and I've talked about this on streams before, and the chat will just start blowing up. People are just like, "What, Jake? Oh, Cameron deserved to live. He had a redemption arc, man." And I'm like, go back and watch Halloween 2018. The guy's a little stinker. He throws his girlfriend's phone in a thing of nacho cheese. Who does that? Who throws phones in nacho cheese? That's crazy to me. But I would love to see Ghostface score a kill that's a little more personal, though, I think. And that's what I think I loved so much about Cameron's death in that movie, is because it's like we've all been waiting. We've all been kind of waiting for this. We've all been kind of waiting to see this character get killed very viciously. So to have a character, let's just pitch this real quick. Paint this in your imagination for me real quick. Humor me on this live stream for like literally a minute, and then we'll be past it. But imagine like you get a character in the very beginning, okay? 2 characters, they're hanging out, they're chilling. Ghostface comes and attacks them, kills one of them, but before this other character can get killed as well, maybe hits him in the face with a bottle of something and like, oh God, Ghostface gets attacked to the ground. This character gets out, he gets, he just met up with his other friends. He's like, oh, guys, don't go back there. Ghostface is back there. They go back where he was, and guess what? He's gone. Ghostface is gone. Oh my God. Now later on in the film, we're in the 3rd act now. We get a Ghostface killer who is going after this same character again and then kills him in a way that was very similar to that bottle break over the head. Maybe he smashes a beer bottle on the table or on a countertop or something and sticks it in this dude's throat. Think about how cool that would be. Think about those cool parallels. Sure, the guy didn't necessarily deserve it, like how Cameron kind of deserves it a little bit in Kills, but think about how cool that might be to do a parallel kill like that. It might be sick. But Locked, this is getting really long-winded. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. And following that up, Locked is also saying, I'd like to see him use a weapon that's a bit more brutal than a knife. Ghostface, that is. It would really help set up the personal feeling. I agree. I totally agree. I think that, and also being something like that, like I was just talking about, like, oh, you attacked Ghostface with the bottle, now Ghostface is breaking a bottle and stabbing it in your neck. That's even more personal too. And to do something like that, I feel like is just really scary, just really messed up. I would love for that. I would love for something like that to be the case. It'd be sick. Ty Lee is saying the car door gun death was more fitting for a Scream movie. But isn't that the problem? Isn't that like, to me, that's the problem. I'm always seeing people saying like, oh, that's a little too crazy for a Scream film. And I'm like, but why? Like, Scream at the end of the day is still a slasher. Why can't we make the kills a little crazier? Why can't we have some more insane deaths? You know what I mean? You're absolutely right, Ty. Like, I can't argue with this at all. Like, that kill does fit a Scream movie even more than a Halloween film, I would say. But I would argue Scream could maybe be improved with some crazier, bloodier, gorier kills, man. But we'll just have to see. We'll just have to see what they do with Scream 6. I gave a little up. I'm uploading right now as we speak. A very big update for my channel members and Patreon supporters only, talking a little bit about Red Right Hand, a Scream fan film that comes out this December. I kind of talk about the overall tone of it, which I won't say here because it kind of spoils the video. But you guys, I think you guys are gonna enjoy some of the stuff I talked about in there if you're a channel member. So you might not want to miss that one. Might not want to miss that. Just saying. Just saying. John Smith has given some love to Scream 3. Heck yeah. Remember being 13 years old learning how to drive. That's funny. That's funny, man. I love having nice little wonderful stories that you remember with all that. That's awesome. Rick has a point here, though. There's a point where it's too much. You know what I mean? There's a point where it can become like, oh, hey, this is a little too crazy here. It's a little, you're going a little too far into the whole making Ghostface different, because there is still DNA with the franchise. You know what I mean? Like, you got to have Ghostface killing people with a knife in your movie. But if you want to throw in a fun little environmental kill every now and then, sure, why not? The flamethrower thing, I think it was a point they made in the new film, which I pretty much agree with. It's like, if you have Ghostface just coming out here, he doesn't even look, he just has the mask and you just got the cutoffs and all that, and he's got a flamethrower. Is that even Ghostface at that point? When you start changing too much, that's when it becomes something else and not even Scream anymore. So I do agree with that, Rick. I do feel you there. Oh, where can we watch Red Right Hand when it comes out? You know, Samson, this is a great question because I'm thinking, like, YouTube is the plan as of right now. It's going to be on here for free. Everyone's going to be able to see it, of course. But something I'm genuinely concerned about is I don't know if it's going to be able to live on YouTube. Like, I'm concerned it gets taken down. I'm going to be honest. With some of the stuff we're filming recently, I'm like, this is pretty brutal. I don't know if it's going to be okay to be on YouTube. There is one scene where I genuinely don't think it would be okay. Like, if I just uploaded that one scene, YouTube would take it down. I could 100% guarantee you of that. And I'm concerned. I'm concerned about it. I'm concerned it gets taken down. So I will say this, when it goes up, watch it as fast as you can, because it might not be here forever. It might be something I have to put on some different service and like share a link for everyone who wants to see it. I don't know. I don't think it'll be able to live on YouTube for too long. So, but yeah, Jen Warner is throwing out the release date there. Red Right Hand will be on this channel on December 20th, and it might not stay there for long. So December 20th, check it out. It'll also be out a week early for Patreon and channel members. Everyone who's a channel member or Patreon supporter will be able to see it a week early as well. So I recommend checking it out. So there you go, December 20th, everybody. You might be wondering to yourself, why December 20th, Jake? Why not put it out earlier? Because I'll be honest with you guys, I'll probably have the movie done by end of September, like all in all. I think the big thing with it is I wanted to release it on December 20th because that's when the original Scream released in 1996. I feel like it's fitting. It's just it would be a cool time to release it too. This is a project I started 2 years ago, and to have it released at the end of the year would just be cool to me. So, and it's also right when all the Scream 6 marketing is going to start up. So if you're like, God, I cannot wait for Scream 6, this is the time to, this will quench your thirst until then. So, but getting into some more Scream 6 stuff, because I think that I'm just super, it's not a Christmas movie. I wish it was. I wish it was a Christmas movie, but getting into some more of the Scream 6 stuff, some of the stuff I talk about in my videos today is talking a little more about this Neve Campbell picture. So I know a lot of us are, you know, wanting to see Nev Campbell back. I know, like, listen, a lot of us are like, come on, we got to have her back somehow in a little cameo scene or something at this point. Let's get something. We have this picture going around of what is not Nev Campbell. It's just not Nev Campbell. Like, I want to say it is. Trust me. I want to come on here. I want to pop some champagne. I want to be like, yes, we finally got the queen back on her throne. Let's go, baby. But I don't believe this is not. It's just not Nev Campbell. It's not. This person, whoever it is wearing headphones. It looks like she's holding something. It also looks like this person is like has their hand up to headphones. They're listening for something. It's a crew member. That's what it is. It makes me sad. You know, it does, of course, but we'll just have to see if she has a cameo or not. I'm not ruling out the possibility of her having a cameo appearance in this movie, though. That's for sure. Carter with the $5 super chat. Carter, thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Holy crap, the support tonight's been amazing. Thank you all. You all are the best. Jake, moving to Atlanta, Georgia from Washington State in October. Come down early 2023 and we'll make a 48-hour short. Oh, dude, absolutely, man. I would love to. That'd be sick. You're moving to Atlanta, Georgia. That's way closer to me, opposed to Washington State. So there you go, man. I'll your boy goes down to places for filming location videos every so often. So maybe I make my way out there at some point. That would be kind of sick. Atlanta's a cool place. So I would love to do that with you, Carter. That'd be fun, man. I definitely want to, after this movie, I want to just make some shorts. I'm going to be honest. I don't want to go full on into a full ass movie. So some shorts would be fun. Hell yeah, Carter. Thank you so much for the support, man. I appreciate it. Thank you. Carter's killing it tonight, by the way. And guys, if you have not subscribed to Carter Scotland Allen, by the way, he has a great channel, a really great movie channel, talks about a bunch of stuff over there. A lot of wide variety of topics too. If it's shark movies, or I think you just posted about Blonde as well, the new Marilyn Monroe. Yeah. I want to say Marilyn. I'm like, no, it's Marilyn Manson. I'm like, wait, no, that's not right. It's Marilyn Monroe. That's funny. But yeah, no, good stuff over there. Oh, what else do we got? Michael Myers is saying, Jake, you can be the guy that plays Mayo Man. I would love to be Mayo Man for my cameo in Scream 6 for an awesome kill. I can't get over this comment. I'm sorry. I'm just imagining like a guy who's like his job is to deliver mayo to somewhere. Like he comes to everyone's door. He knocks on the door. He's like, oh, mayo delivery, like a milk delivery. You're like, oh, there's your mayo, good sir. I don't like mayo. Well, you're gonna take it, goddammit. And this guy gets killed. Like that's so funny to me. I just painted that entire picture in my head, and now I sound crazy, like I'm talking to myself. What the fuck is this? What is this? Nev's cliffhanger scene. Yeah, so this was this is something I would love to see in this movie, and still totally a possibility, everybody. This is still absolutely a possibility to have Nev Campbell be in some kind of last minute, like not last minute, that's not fair to say. A cliffhanger scene at the very end of Scream 6 leading into a 7. I think this is entirely possible still. They don't have to film this on some kind of crazy set. Like we could go to like a house set somewhere. Or a real house, even. Who knows? Who knows what they do with that? But I would love for them to do something where it's like a cliffhanger scene with Nev Campbell. It's Sidney Prescott back at it. And she's just like, gets a phone call or something, man, late at night. This is not that crazy of something to do. It would just be such a like, we talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, you probably heard me say this a million times and you're just like, okay, yeah, that'd be cool. But imagine actually seeing that, though. Like, how crazy that would be after no confirmation as to what her role in this film could be at this point. Like, we have Nev Campbell saying she's not going to be in it, but at the same time, if she has a small part, it would be pretty cool if all this time they like pulled the wool over our eyes. That would be nuts, I think. I think that would be really cool. So if that was the case, I feel like all of us would be going nuts, even after talking about it for so long. So it would be cool. It would be cool. I think it's there's like a 50-50 shot of that even happening. I will say that, but it would be sick, man. Scream Rad is here, by the way. I love that. Scream Rad. Sorry, guys. I was just watching Wes Craven's New Nightmare. Good. I love it. I love that one. It's a banger. It's a banger right there. What's up? Welcome to Prime Time, bitch. Which one do you want, Alejandro? Which one?
What's up? What's
Well, we're going with that one. And you know what? I'm just feeling a little saucy tonight, so we're going to do both of them. Welcome to Prime Time.
Prime time, bitch.
Hell yeah, baby. Oh, we need ourselves a new Nightmare film. What is going on with that, man? Oh, speaking of Wes Craven stuff, man, come on. Let's get ourselves a new Nightmare flick. Why not? Why not just throw one out there with all this success, with all this horror movie success that's been going on lately? I don't need these on. I don't need these on. I just like wearing them. But yeah, I would love for a new Nightmare flick, man. That would be sick. That would be sick. Your boy needs a haircut, by the way. I don't know if you can tell, but man, this is this little floof right here is going nuts. So, do you have any theories so far as to like what the hell's going on in this show? I will say, you know, for a show that's wasn't originally a slasher or anything like that, it's pretty thought out. Seems like they have a clear direction of where they're going. I don't have like a 100%, yeah, this is definitely going to happen. But I do find it cool that they're not 100%, like, it's not all about this killer right from the get-go, which I liked. Like, episode 2 is all about like getting revenge on another character, and it barely has anything to do with the killer. I actually kind of like that though, because it's like, this is so different. I wasn't expecting this, and it's still brutal. It's still scary. There's still a lot of crazy shit going on. So I don't know, man. I'm really liking where it's going so far. I don't really know how it's going to end up, who the killer is or anything like that. I'm assuming it's probably somebody who works at the school. It looks like the killer is living somewhere in like an abandoned part of the school. I have yet to watch episode 3. I'm only 2 episodes in, so that's also where that question might get answered in the 3rd episode. I have not watched it yet, but of the 2 episodes I've seen, I'm loving it. I think it's sick. I'll have to do a video on that. What else do we got here? What else are we talking about here? Halloween the Mayo Factory. I love it. That's good. I know for a fact Red Right Hand will be better than T2, than Terminator 2 or Terrifier 2. I don't think it'll be better than Terrifier 2, but I don't even think so, and I'm the guy making it. But I hope people like it. Listen, you know, at the end of the day, it's a movie we made for $5,000, so I hope it's good. I hope it comes out good. I hope people like it. John Smith is saying, you, Cody Leach, and Haunted Hippie are my favorite YouTubers. Thank you so much. That's a great bunch to be included with. So I appreciate that, John. Thank you so much. Thank you. Maybe we see Sydney right at the end in the middle of a chasing, and Ghostface stabs her and says, "Hello, Sydney, but goodbye, Sydney." But of course, she doesn't die. She could be in 7. Yes, I wouldn't want her to die. You know, that would be so sad, man. But what I do want would just be some kind of interaction with her and a Ghostface killer. Like, what if the end of Scream 6 is Ghostface gets away, and then it's just like, holy shit, you get a phone call, it's that same killer going after Sydney at the end. I mean, like, listen, I can't get over this because of how crazy it would be. I just think that would be nuts. I love it. I love that idea, man. Just to implement her right at the end there, setting up some shit for 7. That'd be sick. I remembered just now why I keep the headphones on during streams, because this happens with my glasses throughout the stream. They just keep falling down my face all the way until they hit the floor. I don't know, man. Don't get these kind of glasses. I'll tell you that. Perp Minded is here. What is up, Perp? What's up? Jake, have you seen From on Epix? Easily the best new horror show to come out of this year. Ooh, I have not even heard of that. From, okay. It's just called From. I like that. From where? I have so many questions. From horror. I've never even heard of this before. Holy crap. What is this even about? From is about a character named Julie finds comfort in her friends while Jim and Tabbitha deal with their marriage. Ethan ventures off into the forest with Victor, and Father Catry urges Boyd, there's a lot of characters here, geez, to embrace his role as leader while Sarah... Okay, that is not a good plot description, I'll tell you that. But it does have a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, so I'm going to have to check this puppy out, tell you what. I'll have to check it out, Perp. I have to check this one out. Holy crap, Jason Dyer with the $5 super chat. Jason, thank you so much for your support, man. I appreciate it. And thank you for being a channel member and a Patreon supporter, too. Can we give some love to the character who will be the hero in Halloween Ends? Sheriff Barker. His cowboy hat rocks. Iron Lady's so underrated. I agree. Sheriff Barker is a super underrated character. I love the cowboy hat. It's a great choice for a character. I think it, like, not only that, but his performance makes him stand out a lot. I hope he has a bigger role, too, in this new movie. Kind of wasn't in the last. He's only in the 2 new movies for a very limited role. I would love to see him play a more significant role here alongside alongside Hawkins. I could not say that. But yes, Jason, I feel you there, man. Great character. Jason, thank you so much for your support, man. Thanks for all. Jason watches like every single video and leaves a super positive comment. And Jason, you're just the best, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for all your support, dude. You're the bomb.com, as they say. So thank you for stopping by. I appreciate it. What else do we got here? Dewey's death made me cry. They should have killed Gale and have Dewey super depressed over her dying and him being super unsober. You know, I kind of can't argue with this. I'm going to be honest. Bobby Joe, I think you have kind of a point here. I think this actually would have been kind of cool to see a character who's so tortured continue to be tortured, which I know is like, Jake, God, give the guy a break. Come on. He got, in a lot of ways, he kind of got put out of his misery. But I think if Gale would have died, well, number one, they wouldn't have had a direction for where Scream 6 could have gone. So that's why Gale didn't die. But man, if they would have kept Dewey alive, I think it would have been so interesting just to see what happens next for his character, to go even farther down this dark, really depressing well for his character development. What happens next for Dewey if Gale would have died in place of him there? I don't know. It's a good question, man. I wonder what they would have done. Because, man, I think it would have been kind of interesting to see his development in Scream 6 now. Like, what happens with this character now that he's lost Gale? He's lost, like, everything except his town, which his town is even falling to pieces now. I think, okay, there you go. That's what you would have had to have done with Scream 6 then. Make it in Woodsboro again, which might be a negative ultimately. But also... a lot of questions there, man. A lot of interesting takes from that, too. What would Scream 6 have looked like if Gale would have died instead? So that's kind of a hot take. I might do a video about that, honestly. Bobby Joe, good thinking there. Some good thoughts. I like it. What's something you want to see in Scream 6? You know, I'm not going to say the answer I always say, which is just something different, because come on, Jake. We get it. We all want to see something different. But what's something specific that Jake wants to see in Scream 6? I'm going to keep these on so that my glasses stay on. There we go. What do I want to see in Scream 6, though, man? I want to see just a really nasty kill. I think Scream 6 has the potential to do one of the best kills in the entire franchise. I really do. I think it does. And with this environmental talk that we're talking about, I seriously doubt that every single kill in this entire movie is going to be like, oh yeah, this is going to be the craziest kill we've ever seen. It's going to be an environmental kill. No, it's not going to be that way. There's going to be knife kills in Scream 6. There are. But I think... I absolutely think that a kill that's going to happen in Scream 6 is something environmental. There's going to be at least one, I think, for sure. And that could be great. I think that could be sick, man. I think we could get something where it's just like I keep saying pushing someone out of a building and stuff. That would be awesome. But I want to see something like just really disastrous. Like maybe someone like getting their head smashed against a fire hydrant. Like why not? Why not do something like that? I just want to see something upsetting, something we've never seen before in one of these movies, and something that's just fucked up, dude. Give me something along those lines where it's hard to watch. Like Wes's death is slowly becoming one of my favorite kills in this entire franchise, just because of how hard it is to watch. I love that. Ugh, I love that a lot. You guys have some great comments. I don't even know what to click on yet. You guys are on it tonight. I love it. SYK is saying, I want to say Gale die. Oh, I want to see 2 ghost faces in the finale and 1 get away in the end. I like that, and I like your ending idea. I don't know if I want to see Gale die, though. That's kind of a hot take. I don't know. Official SYK has some pretty good music over on their page, by the way. Make sure to check that out. You're awesome, Jake. Also, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You're way more awesome, I can assure you. Saying, also, am I the only one who would like Scream 6 or 7 to be called Scream 6 7? The might of the Screampire. The Screampire. Ah. Yes. I think it needs to be Revenge of the Ghost Face for Scream 7. That's what I want. I love it. That's great. Thank you, Anakin. I appreciate that, man. I'm gonna pray they change the name because I'm just not a fan of having the title Scream 2 or Scream. Scream. Anytime someone puts that up now, I'm just gonna scream it because yeah, at least they subtitle in front or something. Yeah, you know, I kind of agree. Got to give me some water. Sorry. But my thing with this, I seriously doubt they're calling it Scream. because that's just so weird, man. That's so whack. I don't think they're going to call it that. But are they going to call it Scream 2? Probably. And at least it'll differentiate between the real Scream 2 with like Roman numerals if they go that route. But I'm still just like, man, don't call it Scream 2. Just call it what it is, man. Call it Scream 6. People will still watch. Saw 6 made a shit ton of money, man. That's my argument there. Michael is saying, I have the posters of Jaws, the Blob remake, Heavy Metal, and the Evil Dead. Nice. I just moved my my Pennywise poster there now because you guys can't see it, but I have my Red Right Hand poster framed, which I'll have to show y'all soon. I'm redoing the whole set soon. Like next month, I'm redoing the whole set because I'm getting sick of looking at the same old. But I will say, Flash Skywalker made this right here and this Jason mask and this Jason mask, which is so cool. Those will live on my set forever, I think, because they're just so cool. But yes, I love it. I love it. Thrill Seeker is saying, I think they should have a flashback where Kirby finds the Ghostface mask and knife in Jill's car and thinks it's a joke, and President Kirby feels guilty for ignoring that big red flag. That could be really cool. You know, this would set up, talking about Kirby a little more, because I do want to talk about her. Holy crap. God, I can't even keep up with the chat. You guys are awesome tonight. Some really good stuff all the way around. I'm going to just star some stuff because I'm seeing some cool stuff. But I do want to talk about Kirby. With Kirby though, yeah, I that's actually a great idea right there, to have Kirby feel some kind of remorse or guilt about Jill. And then it's just like, oh my God, I have to change it up this time around. Now I'm involved with the kills again. I'm involved with the killings again. I have to save people. I could have saved people all those years back. I got to do something now. I love that. Honestly, I love that idea. If they were to do something like before the party at the end there, you just see, oh my God, thank you for Jesus. That is a big super chat. Thank you so much. To go back and have something like where it's like Kirby is, finds that out about Jill, kind of has an idea about like maybe Jill's the killer, you know, and doesn't have a suspicion of Charlie. Because if they retcon that, that's kind of, come on, if she had some suspicions with Charlie, that whole ending scene wouldn't have worked in Scream 4. But to have her have some suspicions about Jill, okay, that could work. So I would love something like that. I think that would be sick. Hellfire Munson, thank you so much. That is a massive super chat. I just really appreciate that, dude. Thank you. Hey, Jake, I can't stay, but I hope you have a fantastic stream. Love you, man. Thanks for doing what you do. Good luck with Red Right Hand. Thank you so much, Hellfire Munson. I just appreciate that so much. You're the best, man. Thank you for all the love, guys. Y'all are the best. But yes, I absolutely, I'm just so excited for you guys to see Red Right Hand. I think it's going to be great. I'm so happy with it. I was so worried that after we filmed everything, I was going to be like, man, this just didn't come out the way we wanted. But a lot of it came out exactly how we wanted, and I'm super happy with it, man. So, but Hellfire Munson, thanks for the support, man. I appreciate it. That's awesome, dude. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hope you're having an awesome night. Jake gave me a thumbs up. Good. Jason, you're the best, man. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out in the stream. Revenge of the Ghostface. I love it. But I want to talk a little more about Kirby, because what the heck are they going to do? Is there going to be a flashback to Scream 4? Are we going back to Kirby's house? I got to go to Kirby's house, by the way, like where the house where they filmed that for like the outside exterior stuff. I don't know if they filmed, actually, not 100% sure if they filmed inside that house or not, but I know the exterior of Kirby's house was like obviously where the ending of Scream 4 is. And it's just like, it's a sick house to begin with. And I would love for them to go back to that setting. It's a sweet setting. It looks sick. But what are they going to do with Kirby's character? Because it has to be something with Scream 4. It has to be at this point. You can't just bring her back and just like, oh yeah, hey, Kirby's back, baby. Bam. I feel like it's heavily going to influence the overall plot line of this new film, and I'm very excited to see what they do with it, man. So, but I'm excited. I'm very pumped. Oh, Carter Scotland Allen is giving away Predator comics if you're interested. 3 winners. Kirby is going to be a mentor to someone only to be killed by the mentee. Ooh. I really like that. The betrayal. I would love a good betrayal, man. Something like Scream 4-esque, where it's like Kirby's trying to prevent shit to go down like how it did in Scream 4, and ends up actually being the person who invokes it. There's a word for that, and I just can't think of it off the top of my head. The catalyst for it instead. I love that. I love that idea. I would absolutely love to get into the running of this. I would love me some good Predator comics. That'd be sick, man. But go ahead, check it out, man. 3 winners. 3 winners for 3 Predator comic books. Go check that out. Carter, thanks for your support tonight, man. You're also killing it, dude. Holy shit. I love it. Y'all are going nuts. I love it. Good stuff. Carter, thank you for your support tonight. Thanks for becoming a channel member too. I appreciate it, dude. Michael Myers is saying, anyways, Jake, like I said earlier, if you liked or loved the original Predator movie, this new movie is awesome. The ending is great. The kills are awesome. It's well written. You got to see it early, Michael? Dang, they just let a bunch of celebrities see that early. I mean, you are a huge celebrity. I mean, my God. So I understand. But that's awesome, dude. I'm really excited to see it. Drops on Hulu real soon. So I can't wait. I think it's gonna be good. I really think it's gonna be pretty sick. Listen, it's Dan Trachtenberg, who, if you guys have not seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, that movie is a banger. I forgot how good that I might watch it again. I just watched it for the first time in a very long time, and I had a blast with it. It was just a lot of fun. So I can't wait to see what he does with this one, man. I love him as a director. He killed it, like I said, with that movie. So pumped to see it. It's one of those movies where you think it's going to end like 10 Cloverfield Lane, that is. It's one of those movies where you think it's going to end and it's going to be too overcomplicated, but it all works for certain reasons. I love it. Okay, what else do we got? I want a character being haunted by the spirits of their friends that were in Scream 2022. Like, for example, Wes could be one. Holy crap, wow. Indigestion, man. I got to eat something today. But yeah, that would be kind, like, I feel like paranormal stuff doesn't really work in Scream, but at the same time, they're already kind of like, I know Billy Loomis technically was not a ghost in that last flick. It was a hallucination from Sam, but at the same time, it's just like, that was borderline paranormal. Like, that was as close as you could get to paranormal without actually being paranormal, because Billy's basically a ghost in that movie. But I will say there are like Stephen King stories that will deal with like things that are a little more like true crime-y with a little paranormal flair to them. Like, look at The Black Phone. The Black Phone was like pretty damn, like, if you take out the ghost kids, it's not a supernatural movie. It's just a guy who kidnaps a kid and throws him in his basement and all that. But there's a paranormal edge to it that makes it work and makes it something special and different. So I wouldn't be against a Scream film going like just a tiny bit supernatural. But if you start doing things where it's like Ghostface is like, oh, Ghostface can teleport now and shit, that's where it crosses some lines for me. I don't know about that. Thoughts on Red Left Foot and Jake's new role in that movie, Orange Juice Man? Who is the Orange Juice Man? That's what I really want to know. Is the rumor true that Scream 6 is going to be 2 hours and 15 minutes? I think that would be, I don't like if that is a rumor. I would love for that to be true. That's a perfect time for a Scream film. I think that's a perfect amount of time to develop everything. So I hope that's true. That would be sick if that is the case. But I can't confirm or deny if that is 100% true or not. So that's what I will say. Easton is back, everybody. Nobody worry. Easton's back. Slashing it with Matt. I like that. Nice name. What if Sam and Tara's father, I see what you did there, is the killer getting revenge? Sam's father. All right. Tara's father. I fucked it up, Matt. I'm sorry. Matt, I fucked it up, man. Damn it. But, man, you know, like, once again, it's just like, I'm down for some Scream 2 parallels. We have already seen them in some of the pictures and all that. But, like, I just don't want it to be a mother or father or cousin or brother or uncle. It doesn't need to be, man. We can write new characters with crazy motives. That doesn't have to be revenge for killing Richie. Why would you kill my little boy? He was all innocent. Oh, my God. We've seen it done. We've seen that done, man. I'm okay with going into different characters being killers and all that, because like this is more exciting to me, I think. But I think I wouldn't say I'm not ruling that out. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no way at any point in production at this point where we can be like, oh yeah, 100% definitely not going to be a mother or father character. Not ruling it out. I think absolutely that could happen in this movie, but I don't want it to. I'll say that. But could it happen? Yeah, absolutely. And could it be done well? Yeah, that too. You can easily do it better than what they did with Mrs. Loomis in part 2, but that's just my opinion. That's just my opinion on that. Just my opinion. That's what Jake says. I sent out a link to Craven Something Scary, Fate Decided, everybody to join the stream tonight. So we'll have to see if they come on or not. I'm curious if they join me. We're an hour into this. I don't think it's gonna happen, but we'll see. We'll see, man. Ghostface is saying that's what I've been saying for months. It's the cop, he's the killer, and Tara's dad, and he's getting revenge on Sam for tearing the family apart. Yeah, here's what I think, Ghostface. I think we get the reveal that this character could be Sam and Tara's dad, like Sam and Tara's dad, not actually Sam's dad, obviously. But I think that could be the case. And then it's like, oh, red herring the whole movie. They could play off of audiences' expectations for this film because we're all expecting it to be Scream 2 all over again. I'm not the first person to say that. You know what I mean? I'm nowhere near the first person to start theorizing that, especially with the title of this apparently being Scream 2. I really think that this is going to be a movie that's like really similar to that. They have an opportunity though to play off of expectations. We're all thinking it's going to be a parent character. We're all thinking if Richie's mother gets introduced, we're all going to think it's that character. That's the killer. But I think it would be cool if they go the opposite route of that, make this character the hero after all. I think that would be fun. But we're just gonna have to see, man. We're just gonna have to see what they do with it. I have my concerns, but I do think at the end of the day, this is going to be sick, man. This is gonna be fun. Bobby, yes, I do sell these. You can get these shirts over on my little store tab on my page. You can go to teespring.com, get yourself a KillJoy Jake shirt. I also got like hoodies and shit too, man. Winter's coming up. Listen. It's summer now. It's nice and toasty outside. It's great. You go outside. Oh, man, it's like a cool 80 to 100 degrees. I like it hot, too. Your boy likes it when it's like 90 degrees out. I don't know why. I'm just crazy. Maybe I have an iron deficiency. I don't know. But I love it when it's hot outside. But it does suck because winter is just around the corner, y'all. And after spooky season, you're going to need yourself a hoodie. So why not get yourself a KillJoy Jake hoodie? Why not? With one of these crazy logos on it with what I'm wearing right now. Sure, why not? Or maybe you're looking at a Ghost Jake shirt with a ghost face. That's not a ghost face. I can't legally say that. But also we have this. You can advertise to all the people you walk by that you don't have any friends. You have horror movies on a shirt. How sick would that be? So Bobby, to answer your question, yeah. Was that a little bit too much self-promotion? It was. You're absolutely right. But we're back to the Scream talk now. Go buy a shirt though. Why not? That would be fun. Sphinx is here. What's up, Sphinx? Saying, is Paramount funding the movie or do they have distribution rights? I think they're distributing it to what I know. I believe. Right? Yeah. I believe that's the case because we have Spyglass Media who owns the rights and all that. They're actually making the movie. Radio Silence. Yada yada. John Smith is saying Scream 6 could be the first Scream movie with a bad ending. I would fucking love that, man. Listen, not every movie needs a happy ending, okay? And there's plenty of PG-13 movies, PG movies even, that don't have happy endings. So I think that could be the case here, man. This would be the opportunity to do it, especially if they want to do the cliffhanger edge to it all. They could have like a bunch of characters who don't who die in the end and all that. You have a Ghostface killer that either reveals himself or doesn't and then gets away. And then it's left to be a mystery as to what the hell happens next. I would almost be interested in seeing a Scream film where not everyone dies. Like it ends a little prematurely, where you still have like 8 people left alive from a big cast, and one of them is still Ghostface. And you're left for a long time being like, who the hell is it? We got little context clues as to who it could be, but now you're left on a cliffhanger. Who's this other killer? Who's the second killer? Who the hell is this? What's up with this? Then it gets revealed in a Scream 7. And we don't have knowledge 100% that Scream 7 is happening. There's no confirmation to that as of right now. But if it does happen, which it's very likely to, especially if Scream 6 is another success, that they could do a cliffhanger ending here and have it lead into a Scream 7. That would be sick, man. Why not do this? Is your opportunity to do that. If Scream 6 comes and goes, you can't do a cliffhanger ending with Scream 7. Like by the time this movie's over, we're done. We can't do it. So I hope this is their opportunity to do it. I hope they do it now. I feel like this would be perfect timing too, especially if this is a trilogy. Like you have Scream 5 being your introductory movie, and then Scream 6 is your middle movie with a cliffhanger that leads into a 7. Think about like Infinity War to Endgame too. Think about how insane that little time was between Infinity War and Endgame, where you're just like, I have to know what happens. Oh my God, this is crazy. So that's my thinking, man. Sphinx, I don't think they're leaking stuff on purpose for Scream 6, but like, man, some of this shit is like, I cannot believe this is out. I can't believe they're just letting this is out. I don't know. We'll just have to see. That's a weird comment. Leighton is saying, I think Tara will hate her mom because her mom wasn't there for her. Yeah, no, I totally agree with you. I think we might have something along those lines where it's like, if the dad character is here too, we could have something where it's like Christina's just not in their lives anymore or something. That would be kind of something fun to play off of in this new movie. I would be okay with that. Culpin is saying, I feel like 5 had more leaks. I don't know, man. I'm not going to elaborate, but like the shit I've seen is like that I have not looked into is like, it just looks like they're leaking so much about this movie. Like, I'll say this. I shouldn't say this. It's not a spoiler. I'm not going to spoil anything, but you can find like the whole plot synopsis online. You can. You can find like everything about the movie pretty much online, which is insane. Bring back Stu. Bring back Stu. Yes, Michael. You know, and a perfect person to have on the stream to talk a little bit about Mr. Stu. So I'm not talking at myself aimlessly. We have Mr. Craven Something Scary here. What is going on, my dude? What's up?
Hey, what's happening, man? I had to come crash your pad for a bit, bro.
Absolutely, man. We just got brought up the topic of Mr. Stu Macher, which is great.
Oh, absolutely. That's the best topic in the world, man.
From Michael, an amazing channel member here. So, Craven,
nice,
it's been a minute since we talked about this. How do you guys feel? How do you feel about Stu being in Scream 6, Scream 7? What do you think is going to happen with all that?
All right. So, first of all, hi to everyone. I see some folks saying hello. Hello, everyone in the chat. I have arrived. Yes. No. Just being silly. So regarding Stu, I am on the self-professed conductor of the Stu train. You guys know it. And if you're new here, or not new here, if you're new here, you don't know who the heck I am at all. But if you've been around, you know I am the Stu train conductor. I'm all about the Stu Macher. And just so you guys know, I'm not this, fair weather bandwagoner. I'm a legacy fan. All right, I was in the theaters in January 1997 for Scream 1. So I go way back, okay? I've got a history here since the origin of the franchise, at least in theaters. So I say that because I want you to understand kind of where I'm coming from. Now, so to answer your question, yes, Stu, I do believe, should make a return, Jake. Now, the big question is, will he or should he? Should he? Yes. And I do believe that there are and I've made videos about it on my channel. There are breadcrumbs in 5 that are out there. In fact, Scream 5, guys, in case you weren't keeping score, it references Stu Macher more than any sequel in the franchise. It is, and I'm telling you, Jake,
I didn't even know that.
It's
crazy.
True. It does. It talks about him more than 2, 3, or 4. And I'll tell you something, Jake, as an observant person that you are, and you're an astute student of film, and I know that you would share it. I believe I don't have to go out on a limb here, and you agreeing with me on this, is that when you start to see repetition planted in a film, that generally there's a very specific reason that you're seeing things happen over and over again. You're seeing Stu Macher mentioned several times strategically throughout this film. And I believe what we're seeing in 5 is breadcrumb groundwork. It's laying a very not overtly obvious, but it's a subtle foundation of knowing, because listen, for these new people, I say people, these new fans, I say, that don't understand who Stu Macher is in this franchise, who went to see that movie, they need to know who he is for it to have an impact. And so how do you do that? Well, you introduce them a little bit first in 5. And then, in theory, if this is the end game, no, I'm not talking about Marvel, and Avengers. If the end game of Scream in this trilogy is truly for him to come back, they started off well. 5 lays it down. And now, the question is going to be, my friend, in my mind, is what are they going to do in 6? Are we going to get more of these little breadcrumbs? Are they going to be a little more overt but not still beating us over the head? Or not? I don't know. If you're asking me, I think he should come back in 7 when I believe Nev will be back in a larger part, because I still think that's going to happen. Whether she's in 6 or not, look, there's the fandom is split in half right now. Half think she's going to be in it. Honestly, it doesn't matter to me either way. I would like her to come back, but it doesn't affect Stu in any way. So I think Stu's back in 7, Jake. You've known that. And my friend, I'm so happy that you're on the Stu train. And what's his name? Killian? What? No, not Killian. That's
Killian J. Jacobs.
Killian J. Jacobs.
My lawyer.
Yes, your lawyer came and defended that Stu could be alive. So, and why he should be alive.
Yeah, I mean, that I'll tell you what, that stream was awesome, man. I mean, you put together some awesome research there. So I mean, like, even after that, like, even before that, I was like, yeah, I mean, like, I think it could happen. It's, it's a horror movie at the end of the day, man. I mean, if you want to take some liberties, sure, why not? But also with that statistic about the TV, that was nuts. That was the biggest thing. I'm just like, really? Yep. Like, most people have survived a CRTV to the head. Okay, like a vast majority too, which is insane. So I'm just like, okay, fuck. That's my biggest thing about it, So
yeah. Because I remember when we first met, you were always talking about the television, like how's he gonna survive the TV? I knew that was a big thing. A lot of people that's an obstacle. And it's understood, but when you see the data, it's not like subjective opinion. It's like factual statistics. It's eye-opening, isn't it?
Right. It's like, okay, actually, this is kind of possible. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Carter Scotland Allen with the $2 super chat, by the way. Thank you so much, Carter. I greatly appreciate it. Craven plus Jake equals great soup, but saying Stu's dead. Oh,
Carter. Man. Listen, man, we still love you, buddy. And look, you can't until someone partakes of the knowledge, you can't hold them accountable for so it's okay, my man. But the day will come. I think the knowledge will come. You'll drink of it. It's a fresh water. It's a fresh drink of cold water. It's refreshing, and then all of a sudden the scales fall off, and you really, you see it, and it becomes clear. So that's okay, buddy. Much love to you, my man.
Oh, man. Yeah, my biggest thing, though, I just hope they have a clear direction because, like you said, man, there's some breadcrumbs in Scream 5 for the whole Stu thing. So I don't think, depending on what they do with 6, too. It all depends on where it goes in the 6th film. I think it's entirely possible. I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. But we obviously we got some mixed people in the chat, that's totally fine. Hey, it doesn't matter. Right. However you feel about it, whatever. We're all just vibing. This is a safe space. So
we are. I would just say this, man, that if you feel like he can't come back because he couldn't have survived, if that's your main motivation, I would just not to be plugging anything here on your channel. That's not why I came in. But if that's where you're at, you're like the problem is he was electrocuted, he couldn't have survived the blood loss, couldn't have survived the TV, all of these things. If that's where the real obstacle is for you in not believing he's alive, I would just really ask strongly. I was trying to think of a really piffy word to go and watch the stream. Jake's a part of it, so I don't feel too bad mentioning it because you're in it.
I'm proud of that stream, honestly, though. So, I'm totally fine promoting it. That was an awesome fucking stream.
It was amazing.
It's legendary.
Thank you, buddy, and you helped make it legendary. It's the people versus Stu Macher, and this was a 3-month project that in the works to pull off this live stream where we discuss the 15 most common objections to Stu Macher being alive and or returning, and the first 3 are all evidence-based, and it's based on TV, blood loss, electrocution. It's all that's right, Michael.
And yes. Michael's even, this guy, he's a celebrity here, so I can't really disagree with this logic. So there you go, man.
So yeah, go check it out. And I don't know. I would put it in the chat, but I don't even know if I'm a mod. I don't even know if I'm a mod here or not, Jake.
You should be. If you're not,
I probably am.
I can fix that.
I'll test it out. Oh, I am a mod. Okay. So Jake, if you're cool with it, buddy, I'll just throw a link in there for later after the stream. They can go check it out.
Yeah, go nuts, man. Yeah.
That's all I would ask. And if you disagree with it, it's okay. It's not a big deal. It's like Jake said, it's a horror movie. We have fun. We have a good time.
Yeah, exactly. I think no matter where they're going, whatever direction they have with it, I'm just excited to see it all play out, man. That's my big thing. So,
me too.
We also got Rick here saying maybe in 6, Sam sees him and thinks it's in her mind, but he is real. That actually might be a kind of a cool parallel to the last movie, too. Mm-hmm. And also brings up another question real quick, Craven. Do you think that they bring back Billy Loomis for this movie again? Like,
well,
where do you think they're going with that?
Whenever he was talking to Master Chaos, when he was talking to Master Chaos, whenever he met Skeet last month in Pasadena at the convention, and he even put a video up of Skeet saying, he asked him, hope to see you in 6, or are you back in 6 or whatever, and he was like, I honestly don't know. And he was like, and now, they could be coy, of course, they could be, but my gut instinct prior to that was that, yeah, he's going to be back, because I don't know how you just go from, Radio Silence had a chance to end Billy in 5 when she kills Richie, and she looks in the mirror and he gives her that, whatever look, and then when she goes outside, she looks down at the car window, and she sees him again. I'm like, if she hadn't seen him, that to me would have told us she exorcised that demon. She's accepted her identity, right? But the fact that they put Billy in there, Jake, she's still seeing him after killing Richie, which makes me wonder, he's probably still in her life, and as far as in her mind. So I would think yes, but after that with Chaos, I'm tempting to think maybe they're moving away for that, because this could be 2 years later, and they could explain how, and Tara could say something like, are you seeing him anymore? And she's like, no, I haven't. It's been a year now since I've had any visions, and that could be the end of it. So
yeah,
what do you think, man?
It's one of those things for me where I just feel like it wasn't wrapped up properly in the last movie, so they kind of have to do something with it, or it's going to retroactively just age poorly, I think, in that first movie. And I just hope that's not the case, because, man, I am rooting for Radio Silence every single day. I love what they do, and I love that they got this franchise, and I just want it to be good, man. There's not too many requel franchises where I'm just like, they killed it with everything there. Mm-hmm. I can't even really say that about the new Halloween flicks, honestly, which, I love them. They're good movies. Halloween 2018 is amazing. Halloween Kills is a bit of a dip for me, but I still like it. It all depends what they do with Ends too here in a couple months, which I can't wait for that. But I just want Radio Silence to kill it with this, man. That's my big thing. I hope they just don't forget, they don't introduce stuff in the first movie that goes absolutely nowhere in 6, or they forget about it. It wasn't wrapped up, like you said. You still see Billy Loomis in a reflection of it or whatever in the car window. So, man, I don't know. I just really hope they do something with that or conclude it in this movie. I think it would have been a perfect way to end it in that last movie is after she kills Richie, right? She looks back where she saw the reflection of him earlier, and just he's gone, okay? And she looks around, and then just like just a little something on her face, okay, man, it's over. Just do it with your face. That's a nod.
That's it.
That would have been enough. They didn't do that. They just didn't do that in the movie, and it kept it going. So if they don't do something with it now in Scream 6, it's just gonna retroactively not do so well. I think. I don't know, man. That's my thing.
I agree. I think they almost have to have him show up in 6. I mean, and like I say, the only way I see out of it is if they go that angle with the whole time gap and try to make it, hey, like she's beating it, that she's been in counseling, and, you could go that route. But I don't know. It just seems to me it'd be better off if they just brought him back, and maybe she has that scene in this movie where she exorcises him and he's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think, you're not, dude, you can't have him in all 3 of these movies.
No,
Could
that's
you
the other
imagine?
thing. Yeah, I don't want Billy just popping up randomly in every couple of shots. That's the other thing about it too, is it's like one of my least favorite additions to the new movie. So if they just kind of forget about it, I won't be complaining too much. But
Right.
like at the same time, it just feels like it's going to be really weird to go back to that first movie and just see those scenes again. You're like, what the fuck is this? You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Billy trilogy is what we'll be calling it.
The Billy trilogy. The Billogy.
Yeah. The Fiji.
The BG. I love it. I love it. But let's talk a little bit about these set photos we got today, man, because there's some crazy stuff to talk about, dude. Holy
Heck yeah,
crap.
there are.
How do you feel about you know what, I got to keep these on because I'm talking to you now. I just realized that. I've had these on literally like since 9 a.m. today, and my ears are like they're killing me, but it's all good. I'm chilling. It's all good though. But with some of these set photos though, are you excited to see Blackmore University kind of play a role in this film a little more? Now you said that they were only going to be filming there for like 4 days or so. So how big of a setting do you think this is going to be for the new movie?
I think it might have the illusory, the illusion of being in the movie a lot. But I think what you're going to end up seeing are multiple exteriors they're going to be filming over these 4 days. And I think there'll be some scenes where, like in 5, they were outside the high school, you know, kind of replicating that fountain scene from 1, but without a fountain. And I think what we might see is them outside the campus for a couple shots. Maybe they'll be, and here's what I'm wanting. I'm wanting a chase scene at night on on the campus grounds, running across the buildings in front, and that would be amazing things. But I don't think there's going to be much there, man. 4 days, I believe it's primarily exteriors, and you're noticing they're paying a lot of attention on the exteriors, much more than what we saw in Scream 2. Like we're seeing the signs, we're seeing the big touch screen display in the middle of the walkways. We're seeing the subway station at the university. So they're doing a lot to build the exteriors up. So I think what we'll see, prediction, is a ton of exterior scenes of the college, and then they're just going to be, all of a sudden they're going to be inside of a classroom, and those are all going to be sets built at the Mel's Studios in Montreal at the sound stages. They got these 3 massive full-scale sound stages where we already know they've got what looks to be Kirby's house built there. They've got several other sets built that they're filming on. Melissa even references, excuse me, easier for you to say.
Words are hard.
Words are difficult. Where Melissa Barrera references the sets and mentions how, you know, they're filming on all these sets, and it's just insane. Talking about how scary it is. So there's a lot of stuff happening in these studios. But I don't think there's going to be much happening at McGill. Not in 4 days, man. If you're going to be there with extensive filming, you're going to be there 7-10 days, you know, or longer. So where they're spending all their time is the theater. That's what's been booked up for 2 months. And my buddy Chris at Discovery in Montreal, he told me earlier, he messaged me, he's going to be going back around the theaters again tonight. And he's going to continue to keep an eye on it, although we know they're at the McGill right now through the 31st, which is also interesting because if Nev is in this movie, she was rumored to be filmed the 28th, 9th, and 30th. Well, we know that they're at McGill right now filming, unless that's the second unit. And if it's exterior shots, and I'm rambling, if it's exterior shots, Jake,
yeah,
that could be the secondary team. That's the second director that's going out with the camera crew, and while Radio Silence is with Nev on her little shots, if that's happening. But I can tell you this, Nev is not going to be outside hanging around McGill University. That's open to the public still. It even says there to the students, you're still allowed passage, but it will have to be in between takes. So that's on the documentation for the school that they're doing right now. So their last day to film is like I say, Sunday, and they're out.
Wow, really? Okay.
That's it. It's over Sunday. Thursday,
Okay.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days.
So now they probably, like, my guess with this is like another fountain scene essentially, where it's like all the kids, they're hanging out outside, you know, whatever, some cool wide shots or something of the university, and it pans down, just shows them talking. Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to talk with you about too, was they can do so much more wide shots now because they're not trying to replicate a location from like another past film. Like, this is their first original setting. They can do whatever they want with Blackmore University, whatever that is, you know? They can show as much of New York, or well, Montreal, I guess, as they want, as much of McGill University, and you'll totally buy that it's this fictional college, like, of course. So I'm curious how the shots widen up in this movie or not. You know?
Well, here's the thing. I think it could be a mixed bag, because the other problem we have is a lot of these sets are in sound stages. And bro, those are going to have to be tight. Think about Stu Macher's house. That's how tight those scenes were shot. They're going to be very much like that again, because those scenes have to be. Otherwise, you're going to see the walls and the set runs out. And so
yeah,
they don't have a choice on sound stages. They're going to have to be very tight. But what I hope they do is balance that, which they couldn't do, to your point, in 5, because now they're not in Woodsboro. So let's let those outside scenes breathe, so that when they do go tight on the sound stages, we notice it, but at least in a minute they'll open a door and we're going to be outside in this beautiful wide shots of the college. And I think that, because that would make it better, even if you did that in the theater. It should be nice and wide, because you're inside this theater. So I want to see nice wide shots within the building, not cropped in too tight. And I think we'll get that, at least at the college. You know?
I think so too. I think it'll be a little like the settings that aren't on big, sound stages and all that. Yeah, it'll widen up, I think. There's so many reasons too, like with Wilmington playing the setting of Woodsboro in the last movie. It just doesn't look like Wilmington. You know what I mean? Or I mean, it doesn't look like Woodsboro. Wilmington doesn't. Like, going there, it looks like a city on the East Coast, not like anything on the West Coast. And that's the biggest problem, I think, with it. That it's kind of an odd choice for Woodsboro. I feel it's a gorgeous location. Don't get me wrong. Like, Wilmington was awesome, but I wouldn't, like, if I was filming a new Scream film that was to take place in Woodsboro, would not choose there. Like, Northern California, this is the only place you could really go. Maybe like Washington State, or like outside of Seattle or something. But I can't really, I don't know. I can't really see, I don't know why that was their first choice. I'm going to be honest. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know.
Maybe not. It's a great question, though, because like you say, it limits, just by the very nature of the geography, the typography rather, you limit what you can show, because we know what Woodsboro looks like, you know. And I mean, Scream 4, West went ahead and had some shots that were wide, even though it wasn't in Santa Rosa, but it still felt Woodsboro to me in 4.
Yeah.
I mean, I know it's not, you know, it did. It still felt like it. So,
Woodsburian.
Yeah, what's that?
Woodsburian. I was feeling a little Woodsburian.
Yeah,
I'm just making up words tonight, you know?
It's all right, man. It's all right. I mean, listen, people do that for a living sometimes. So, you know, it's okay. But yeah, it definitely, I think they had to shoot tight. And the one scene, maybe, arguably the one scene that I can recall right now that they didn't do a tight shot of, was a terrible shot to do that, because there was a continuity error. When Melissa leaves Judy Hicks' house and it's sunny out, and they leave in the car, and Dewey joins her and they drive off, and then all of a sudden they have this wide shot of them flying through a red light, and it's night.
Yeah.
It's pitch black.
It's like, what happened?
What are you doing? That's not... Come on, guys. That's Jake. That's not forgivable, bro.
They could have showed the sun going down in the previous scene, you know, and then showed that later on. That would have worked, you know. But yeah, no, it was just like, dude, it was like the middle of the day, and now suddenly it's dark. Yeah,
it's like, what happened there? I had to back it up, man, because I'm like, wait a minute. Let me go back and see. Did I miss something? I was like, oh shoot, no, I didn't. So again, I don't really know how you allow that to go through. I don't know who the editor was for this movie, but that was, I would have been calling him on the phone saying, bro, what are you doing? You know, now I get it. They didn't have any other shots. I would argue, don't show them running a red light. Just don't even show who needs to see him run a red light? We get it. They're in a hurry, right?
Or just wait till the next day to film that.
Wait for the next day. Yeah, just
crazy.
I mean, Halloween Ends did reshoots. Can you just not get a car and like put a stunt driver in it and just run through a red light in the daylight and just say, wrapped, we're done, 60 seconds, you know?
Broke the law. It was awesome.
It was all right. I don't know. And I hate to nitpick, but I mean, it's there. It's not like I'm trying to make stuff up. I mean, it's that part, but they went wide. I'm like, oh, shoot. And then what? So anyway, I hope we get more wide shots, and let's just keep day to day, night to night. And I think they'll do that.
I feel it, man. I feel you there. We have Kia, by the way, saying Stu wanting to kill Billy's kid for ruining his life could be cool, and I think that's kind of the I think that's kind of the route they would have to go with Stu. You can't make it all about Sydney again with Stu. You'd have to have it all about the kid for sure. So I agree with you, Kia.
Yeah, Kia, that's one motive that works. There's a second motive too, is that Stu doesn't want to kill Sam because. Remember, the most important relationship by all of the evidence we have from Scream 1, the most important person in Stu's life was Billy, to the point that they got together and literally murdered people together. And the affection was there. It was very clear. And Billy's dead. And for all these years, he's never known that he even had a daughter. Well, Stu now knows Sam is out there. And has known, discovered it. And I think the other way you could flip that motive is to say he wants to infiltrate Sam's life in a way to win her over because he wants a Billy Loomis type connection. And he's never had it since that time. And who better than to try and restore it than his own offspring, his blood daughter. And he has a chance now, Jake, to reestablish that Loomis connection to her father through her, and then maybe recruit her to try and go kill with him. See, that's the other possible motive, where he doesn't want to hurt her. He wants to hurt others with her as a team, like him and his buddy Billy.
So Stu's just really gone off the deep end here, basically.
Totally.
Completely insane. I do kind of I think that's kind of fun, man. It's something they could play around with. I wouldn't be against it. I think it would be kind of sick, honestly.
Me too.
So I'm down. Oh yeah. But yeah, like the other thing with set photos too is we got the train station, man. Not the train station. I said bus station earlier, and I'm just like, that's just super wrong. But what? So what do you? Subway station is the correct terminology there. And no, I'm not talking about the submarine sandwiches, my friends. I'm talking about a big old nasty train running down underground New York City and all that. Do you think we actually get a scene here, or is this just kind of like a false edifice? Whatever. Did they just put this in the background to kind of just put it up? And it's like, hey, cool, little subway station here. Or do we actually get a kill down here?
I almost believe that if they're smart in how they're doing this, you put the sign up because you're foreshadowing, you're leading to what's going to come. And everybody knows subways in New York. I mean, that's just, that's the main way of travel if you're not walking. So, yeah, I think I'm going to go out on a limb here and put myself up on the chopping block to be extremely disappointed, but I'm going to say it anyway. I think they're going to give us a subway scene, Jake. I do. Yep. I'm telling you, man, I think we're going to get one at some point in this movie. What an opening to the film. What an opening kill sequence to start right off the bat. Set the tone in New York to start the movie.
Oh, yeah.
In a subway. That would just be fantastic. So, yes, I hope so, my friend. I want to see somebody's demise thrown in front of that subway car and just plaster them all over the wall. That's what I would love to see.
Well, and another thing I brought up in my video today, and I'm uploading a picture right now. This is a shot from Radio Silence's Southbound. Now, check this out real quick. This is all digital effects here. Like that's awesome, man. That looks fucking
Wow.
sick. This is from a movie they did from 2015, man. I mean, now they're making this movie to come out next year. If they go like a little digital with the train and all that, they do that on a soundstage or whatever. They could totally do that and make it look good, man. I mean, they've made it look great in the past. Like that to me is one of the best looking digital effects I've seen in a horror movie for something that was so low budget. Like Southbound was a low budget little anthology horror movie, and it's fun. It's great. I love it. But at the end of the day, it's nothing special, and that looks better than the effects in like It from 2017, in my opinion. I don't know. I think if anyone's gonna do a digital crazy subway train kill, it's Radio Silence. They're gonna do it successful. They're gonna make it look really great. I think if anyone's gonna do it, man, you know.
Oh yeah, buddy. I'm all for it. I'm excited. I'm optimistic. You know, I just as long as they don't do a full blown Scream 2 copy paste retread, I'll be happy. I mean, and I know that they're going to be in that theater a long time. Polar opposite, like 4 days at college. Try 2 months, a month and a half in the theater. They've booked that thing up, dude.
I really wonder what they do with that, man. Like, it's got to be the third act, right? Like, if they're going to be there that long.
Yeah. The only other thing I could think of is what if they're shooting multiple scenes, like let's say Tara is in theater or Mindy, and they're kind of like what Sydney was in 2, but she was only in that theater a couple of times. What if we see them in that theater like peppered throughout the movie a lot? Like, we're gonna go see Tara. No, she's down at the theater, and some of these new actors are in the play with her. They're in the theater with her, and that's how we're introduced to them.
Terry does like horror movies, man. So I could see her being in the theater, you know. So that works.
I mean, just an idea. We could have a lot of time where they're backstage in the dressing rooms. They're talking after the rehearsal in the theater, and a lot of scenes could be happening there beyond the finale. So that, you know, like Sam's like, where are you? Or somebody's like, Mindy's like, where are you going, Sam? I got to go pick up Tara at the theater. You know, I got to go pick Tara if she's finished up rehearsal or whatever, you know. And so you could introduce new characters that are working on this play, and here come your suspects and your red herrings. So maybe that's why they're spending so much time there. Or there's just going to be 3 weeks like scene 118 in Scream 1 at Stu Macher's property for 3 weeks, filming the finale. That's the other option, seems to me.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you there, man. I do feel like, though, man, I could see that being a big thing they do with this movie, because like Jenna Ortega's character didn't get to do much in the last film. You know, she was bedridden for a lot of that movie. I mean, you know, the beginning and the ending, of course, she's amazing, phenomenal. But at the same time, I'm definitely leaning towards the third act thing, but it would be cool to see her like going to dress rehearsal or whatever, you know what I mean? And like seeing all that play out, and maybe one of the killers is one of her friends who's also in the play. I think that could be cool. That could be really fun if they go that route. But I'm just thinking about like like what we scheduled for like our movie. Like easily the location we had to go to the most was the third act location, which you know what that is, but these people don't. So I don't want to say too much about that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool stuff. There we go. Yes. So I think about that, and I'm just like, the place we were easily the most, filming the most, we still have filming to do there, is the third act location. So I'm just thinking to myself, I'm like, it's probably that, but at the same time, I think it would be cool if the third act wasn't in like a similar location as Scream 2, but I don't know, man.
I know, man. I think it's inevitable. I do. I think it's happening, and I think we're getting Debbie Salt. Here, I got an idea. This is a new idea, hot take for you. I just thought of. You know, we're talking about Henry Czerny earlier on the Collective, and I've talked to you about how maybe he's like the dean or whatever. What if he's the acting coach in the theater?
Ooh, he's like the director or something.
He's the director of the play.
And he's the killer.
He's the mastermind. He's the one, and he's got a couple of his acting students that are acting out to do these killings. And he's got a motive. He's got some motive, obviously, like a Debbie Salt, you know, whoever, someone's dad or granddad. And what if he's the killer? He's the mastermind. Interesting.
I love that, and I think it was you who pitched the idea of like a daughter, like a dad and a daughter killing people together. Because we were talking about Dermot Mulroney's quote where he like talks about, oh, I love this script because it's all about family values, which had me worried. But you're a thinker here, Steven, because you were talking all about how it could be a daughter and a dad killing people, and I'm just like, that would be so cool. Like a family who slays together stays together, as they say. So I would love to see something along those lines happen in a Scream film. That's family values, but it's not doing the Mrs. Loomis thing all over again, you know?
That's true. No.
I'm down for it, and they could go that route with Henry Czerny's character, where it's like maybe he's like the director of this play or whatever. He's like the theater teacher or whatever at like this college, and just so happens his daughter is the lead in this play that Jenna Ortega's character Tara definitely should have gotten. She had a way better audition. What the hell's up with this? And why is this character so competitive with her? Maybe it's because they're killing people in secret. I don't know. Just a thought. I love that though. I'd be so down for something along those lines, as long as it's not Richie's mother being the killer. That's my one thing. As long as they don't do that.
No. What about Richie's father or grandfather or Amber's grandfather? Or oh gosh, dude.
It's Mickey's cousin that comes in and is the killer. I'm alive.
Oh no. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think these are all real possibilities, man. I seriously do though. Like
it's definitely a possibility, which sucks, but it sucks, but it's the truth. It's the
truth. And I'm sticking with it, man. Sagara, Dermot, or John or Henry is behind it. I'm going with the Debbie Salt 2.0. They're gonna have a male instead of a female, and I just don't know whose kid died. Who are they the father of? That's what I want to know. Is it Richie? Is it Amber? Is it Liv?
Now, I will say one thing about the plot description, which I'm not 100% sure if that's like confirmed to be the actual plot description or not. But just going off of that, maybe the person who gets killed in the opening scene, it's unrelated to Ghostface. Sorry. And maybe it's like, okay, this person gets killed, right? And maybe whoever the Ghostface killer is at the end is seeking revenge, seeking retribution for like that kill at the opening scene. Well, that could be cool. Maybe it's like not a Ghostface related kill as to start off the movie. It could be something different like that.
Oh wow, that's interesting, because then you almost have two different killers, right? Like you have two different Ghostface killers in the movie that unrelated.
It could even be like an I Know What You Did Last Summer situation where it's like someone accidentally kills their friend and then like covers it up, but then it's like somehow this other character knows and goes and like this like maybe it's the dad character, let's say, for instance, and it's just like he's like, oh man, like my daughter's dead, and the whole time you're just like following this character. He seems like a good guy. He just seems like, oh, this horrible thing happened to this innocent guy, you know. But then twist, he's the killer going after literally all of her friends because he can't figure out who it is. It had to be one of her friends, though. So he's just going one by one, killing all of them. And Tara and Sam just happen to be along for the ride, unfortunately.
Oh,
that could be kind of cool, honestly. It could be super crazy.
It could. Yeah.
It's different enough from Mrs. Loomis that I'd be like, okay, I'm down. That's sick. So, I don't know, man. I just want something different. You guys know that. You've heard me say that a million times. Me and Craven are going to be wrapping up here, though, in a second. If you guys have any last-minute questions, hit me up with something, though. Jake seems like Craven, I'm sure you're tired. We both had a long day here. I put out like 6 videos. Your boy needs some sleeping time.
Well, actually, when we get done with this, and I actually delayed working on the video because I wanted to come on and spend some time with you. So as soon as we're done, literally, I'm jumping right into recording narration and
oh man,
just grinding, dude. But you know what? It's the way you got to do it, right? You know how it is, man. You have to keep the grind to keep in line. So
exactly, man.
You know, I'll say, and what I'd like to see is a super chat. I'd like to see. I haven't seen a super chat since I've been here. I want to see a super chat to close this thing out. So let's see here, Jake. We were going to end it in 2 minutes. So how about if we get $1 a minute for super chat? So if someone will do like a $5 super chat, we'll go 5 more minutes.
Perfect.
Or 10 minutes, maybe 10. $10 for 10 minutes, and that we'll cap it off. But come on, guys. Show Jake your love, man. The guy here, it's the end of the month, you know, and new month's going to be starting soon. And he didn't tell me to say this. He doesn't know. He's probably asked in his mind, he's saying, shut up. He probably doesn't want me to say it. But listen, guys, man, look, this guy's he's working hard, man. He's doing this full time. He literally walked away from a paying job because he wants to pour into you guys more. That's how much faith he has in all of you, and appreciation he has, and desire he has to bring you guys quality content. So, man, listen, just keep him in mind. This is a great way to do it. You know, it's just like tipping. If you go out to eat somewhere, or you know, if you valet, you tip your server. You tip. It's just one of those kind of things. So if you guys are in a position to do so, I'm telling you, man, let's pour some love on to Jake tonight. Give him a tip. It don't have to, you know, anything goes a long way, right, Jake? It all matters.
It does. It all does matter, and I just appreciate all your guys' support tonight. Thank you to everyone I saw a few people became members tonight. I just appreciate all you guys. You guys are the best. So thank you. Thank you all. I'm going to answer a few questions, but we are going to wrap up. If we don't get any last minute, like kind of crazy big thing, I'll talk. Rick is saying, what would you think if someone else did a Scream remake, like the Halloween movies, like a continuation, maybe just like just the first one? How do you feel about that, Craven? I'll let you start with this one.
Yeah. So you mean like 2018 is a direct sequel to 1?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. So someone says, okay, I'm going to do a Scream 2 again. It'll be the third Scream 2. It's going to be direct, or no, maybe at that point it'll be Scream 2024 or 2028. Yeah, okay, whatever the title is, whatever. Point is, how do I feel about that? I mean, I get a little bit, you know, personally, I'm attached to these original Wes Craven movies, and so I would watch it. I mean, I would definitely I would go all in on it. But I really just would rather we see them make new stories. You know, Wes is gone. You know, Kevin's not writing anymore these films, unfortunately. And when she was writing this current trilogy, but he's not. And Wes is gone. So I would not like to see a continuation from Scream 1 because we already have that. That's Wes and Kevin made that film already. So I'm of the opinion of, I would not be a fan of it. I would want them to write something new and fresh. Yeah. How do you feel, man?
I agree, but I do feel like there is opportunity there to erase the sequels and kind of start a new timeline. But it all, like, once again, it depends on the idea, dude. It depends, like, if it sucks, if you're like, oh, Sydney's dead, and now we're doing no. Like, sorry, but no, bottom line, not interested. But if they decide to go a different route with it, and it's like, oh, hey, that's actually something cool. What if Sydney did something else with her life after that, and it flashes forward to whatever time it is now, and she's doing something else? No more killings happen, and then now suddenly she's thrown into some other mess. I could see it working. It just depends on what the concept of it is, and I feel like it would be something that if they'd have to take a chance on it, and I wouldn't want it to. It would have to be something so specifically to work that I feel like it would ultimately 9 times out of 10 would end up being something where Sydney, Gale, and Dewey died off screen, and this is a whole new story. I don't know, man. Like I don't want them to do something crazy like that. But Amanda,
I just want to say this real, Jake.
Oh yeah,
I would rather see a prequel than I would rather than a direct sequel.
I think so too. I think there's a lot they could do with the prequel that would be sick. So I'd be down for that. There's so much they could talk about with Billy and Stu's relationship with like Roman too.
Yes.
How did that all happen? Like, show us that. Fill in some of those blanks, man. They can totally do that. Amanda, thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it.
Awesome.
Saying love these lives. We love them too. I'm so glad you enjoy watching us yammer about crazy horror movies and all that. We appreciate it.
So much fun.
It's a lot of fun. It's a very good time every time. So I appreciate it. Jake, question for Craven. Character description for Stu Macher's sister original name was Kelly Macher. She changed her name because of Stu, and Stu and Billy would have tormented her as a child. How do you feel about all that, Craven? Do you feel like there's anything to his sister character? Could we move forward with that at all?
Like coming into the film. I mean, I would say it's possible because your son is dead, and we know how these movies are, traditionally with family, and there's always this. Oh, it's always family in Scream. So Leslie, original name was Kelly. I guess now she's Leslie, but so her son Vince is dead. So she could have revenge on the mind. And the only thing is, there is a way that I would be okay with it, is that if you were to bring her in as a red herring, where they're really showing clues leading to like Stu. There's just things that don't add up right. It looks like this, because it's like it's going to be Leslie. Leslie's behind all this, and of course we find out they're half right. It is a mocker, but it's not that half. It's the brother, not the sister, that's actually doing it. Now, I would be cool if they introduced her like that, yeah. But as far as her just coming in and being the Debbie Loomis, Vince's mother, that kind of I would be like, nah. I think I'm good. I'll pass.
It is weird that they introduced that character though in the last movie, right?
Is.
Like, it's just like they didn't have to do that. They did not have to make Vince a mocker, and they did. So why did they do that? Where is that going? Mm-hmm. What the heck's up with that? I am very curious if they do anything with that, or just Stu in general moving forward. So it's something interesting. Something interesting to talk about. Well,
keep an eye on it. Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely. Well, hey, everybody, I'm going to wrap up the stream now, though. You got 2 extra minutes of live talk and all that, thanks to
That's
Amanda.
Right.
Thank you so much. We appreciate that. Holy crap. Last minute, Rick just throws out five more minutes of the stream. Let's go. Let's go for 5 minutes. If
that is as close to the last second, that's like the ball is about to go right inside the net. It's just coming right there.
Swoosh. Dang.
Knocked out.
Rick, thank you so much. I appreciate the support, man.
5 more minutes. Nice.
Yeah. Well, what else do you want to talk about, Craven? Because there's so much to talk about with Scream, though, dude. I mean, we'd be here for 3 more hours talking about this if we really wanted to.
Easily.
It's insane. It's an insane time to be a Scream fan, man. Holy shit. Well, how about this Nev Campbell picture, right? Or a picture of a random crew member that is going around. Man. How do you feel about all the rumors, man? Because there's a lot going on right now.
There is a lot going on, and some of it I think has more legs than other things do. And when it comes to this picture, though, that's making its rounds, man, I hate to be like definitively say yes, no, this. I'm just telling you right now, with everything in me, that is not Nev Campbell. You're not going to hire Nev Campbell is the star. She is the queen of this franchise. You're not going to throw her out there in the grass with a headset on, like we were wearing, with a battery pack on her belt, like for radio. She's a crew member. This is not Nev Campbell, guys. And you're like, well, maybe she needs to hear the director. The director's 2 feet from her. They're like sitting literally right on the curb in front. So no, I'm sorry. I don't buy it. I haven't even done a video on it because I don't even want to a part of me says make the video so that people can know my position on it. Maybe I should. I haven't because I don't want to give it any. It's kind of like an anonymity, and like Gail said at the end of 5. I'd almost rather that thing just die and be forgotten about because I don't buy it. I don't buy it, and I've had people tell me, well, that's because that's a secret location. That's not she's being filmed at. I'm like, have you not seen that they're filming at McGill University over here? We've got it's just, I won't go into it now for the sake of time. I don't buy it. That's the bottom line, okay? I don't buy it, Jake. I think it's someone, don't know who, someone trying to start buzz for they want to get they want to get known in social media, or because it wasn't a video, it was a picture on socials, on Twitter or whatever. How do you feel about it, man? That's my position, though.
My biggest thing, and real quickly before I get into that, Rick, absolutely watch X tonight if you have not yet. It's a banger.
Oh.
So I will say that.
Some of the content on there can be a little uncomfortable, but
it's R-rated, man.
It's very R-rated, so know that. But if you can get past that, just get through that, the actual construction of that movie by Ty West is fabulous. And I've told Jake this. It's a much better made film than Scream 5. hands down in my mind. I'm not talking about story or anything. I'm talking about just the construction, the cinematography, how
the tension building is like fantastic.
Thank you.
Yeah,
it's wonderful. There are scenes, and I'm not going to spoil it, Rick. Don't worry, I don't do spoilers. There are times in this movie where I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. Oh, I'm so uncomfortable. I'm just like, not for the the things I'm talking about earlier. I'm talking about tension building stuff. So anyway, I thought it was a superbly better film than Scream 5. Doesn't mean I really do. I just think it was the way it was made. Ty West. I have to give Ty West the nod over his cohort's Radio Silence from VHS, because I think he made the better film. And there's that one scene that I will not speak of except to say you know it, because it stands out, where the cinematography is beautiful. It's beautiful. It's so wow. Every time I'm like, look at that. That is what I'm talking about, breathing. And anyway, so if you can get past the premise of the movie stuff, it's a really well constructed movie.
I love it, man. It's my favorite of the year. It's so fucked up. But with the Nev Campbell thing though, because we'll just get past that real quick. I think that there's my biggest thing about it is it's just clearly not confirmation that it's Nev Campbell. It's the back of a head, which is number one. And we have so many people like putting out things like, oh yeah, this is 100% Nev Campbell. We have a source and everything. It's just like, dude, y'all gotta relax. People are gonna put out things like that, and then people are gonna be like, dude, this is not Nev Campbell. You're straight lying to us. Now, anything you say in the future, it's like the boy cried wolf and all that. You know what I mean? You can't cry wolf every single time that something like this happens. You can put it out there and be like, is this Nev Campbell? Maybe. Let's talk about the possibilities of all that. But I hate seeing all that, because then you build up hype for something that's just probably not going to happen, and you're killing your audience there. You're making people it's going to affect their overall thoughts on it, because the average Joes who hear about this and they're just like, oh, I heard that Nev Campbell's actually in it. There was a set photo. It's just not true, man. It's just not what the case is. And I feel bad for those people who don't watch horror content every single day and all that, who are going to think that going into this, and then they go see Scream 6 and they're like hella disappointed. That's what I think about. And I'm like, I know the reviews of this film are going to be all over the place, because some people thought this was supposed to happen and then it didn't happen. And that sucks, man. I just don't want that to happen. But Laura just got here. Laura, dang it.
Man.
Also saying she doesn't think Nev will be in it. Laura, I'm so sorry. We got to wrap up the stream. Man, dang. It's a shame. I'd keep it going, but yeah.
I know. I mean, $20 super chat will get you another few more minutes, but I mean, we're like Jake says, we're running on fumes, man. But you know what? We're soldiering through, man. That's what we do. That's what we do.
It's always a blast, man. I never want to end the streams. I'm like, God,
it's hard.
Can I just not be tired for another hour? Come on, let's go. But
yes, so many of my streams that I got 2-hour streams turn into 4 hours. It's like, here I am 4 hours later, I'm still going, because it's hard. It's hard to stop.
It's hard to stop. I could go all night, honestly, typically. So
yeah.
All right. Well, I am actually going to wrap the stream now. Thank you so much to everyone who stopped by, said hey, threw in a super chat. I just appreciate all you guys. My channel members, Patreon supporters too, and Mr. Craven Something Scary here. If you guys can go subscribe to his page too. My dude over here is almost what? Are you almost at 6,000, right?
Man, I am at 5,970.
Oh, we can get you to 6,000 right now, dude.
Oh, come on, Jake. Let's do it, man. I'm 30 away.
Come on, guys. Get this man to 6,000 subscribers. We can make it happen right now. We can make it happen literally right now. Come on. That'd be awesome. Awesome 30, to happen on stream.
What do we got? 36 people in the stream. I don't know how many are subscribed or not, but man, I only need 30. 30 more. And Thrill Seeker 58 did it. Thank you, Thrill Seeker. He got me to 70, or she.
Yeah, there we go. Thank you.
There you go.
Thank you. That's crazy, man. We can at least get you close, I think. So come on,
man.
That'd be kind of sick. Yeah, of course, man. I didn't know you were. If I knew you were that close, I would have been like, oh, okay. Well, we gotta focus on this a little more. Holy shit, that's crazy.
It's really close, dude. I know. It's really close. I just celebrated 5K, basically like 4 weeks ago.
I know that just happened. That's crazy, man.
Yeah, 4 weeks.
Shooting up there, dude. That's good. It's good
bro,
stuff.
I got fate in my eyes now, because he's at 7.6. I'm like, let's go. I'm like, come on, man.
Do you think you're gonna catch up to him? Think you're gonna pass him
Oh
up?
yeah, I hope so. Eventually, but who knows? He's growing too. We're all growing. And it's not like a competition or anything. It's just fun,
I know. I'm just messing with you.
It's just a fun time. But I'm like, hey, I only need 1,600 more. I mean,
It could
who
happen.
knows?
It could happen. But just to end this off though, because I am gonna call it here. Make sure to go subscribe to Craven Son Scary. Get him to 6,000 subscribers. That would be sick. That would be some good stuff there. All right, everybody. Well, peace out. Have a nice night. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there.
That's right. Bye,
Peace.
guys.